my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, Kim. I should have warned you.
We
We're gonna go
started
live soon.
right on time, as we usually do.
Yes. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. It's the last Tuesday of the month of May. Oh my gosh, where did the whole month go?
Oh my
You
God.
are new here tuning in from the Facebook group or from our YouTube channel or from my personal LinkedIn. Welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Griselda. I am the founder of Be Game Ready. And here with me, we have two awesome people. First one is my business partner, tuning in all the way from Germany. It is 9 p.m. over there. We have India, blue sweater.
Hello.
Yay. And then we have Kim, who is one of our participants in our program. We're going to let her introduce herself in just a second. But we do these live streams every Tuesday. This is a Coaches React live stream. So we watch videos and we get into and study some of the pioneers of fitness, people who revolutionized an aspect of fitness or the industry. So India, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're doing today, and then we'll let Kim introduce herself after that.
Okay, I will. Hello, everybody. So if you've been following along, you know that this month we were examining pioneers in the world of aerobic exercise, cardiovascular exercise. So we have been diving into some really fun and interesting spaces, and we are going to round out our dive into the world of aerobic exercise this week with Zumba. And I just found out that Kim, our special guest today, has a long history with Zumba. So Kim, before we get into your experience with Zumba, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you're about, and what had you join us today?
Kimberly Weeks. I have been with Being Game Ready like a year. And
wow, yeah.
this is probably the longest program I've ever done that I actually like, that doesn't have me like starving myself for unnecessary reasons. So thank you for that. And
yes.
which is why I'm still here. And I'm currently in the Bay Area at my fiance's place. I normally live in Los Angeles, so I've been going up and down the state for like 3 years now. And what else do you want to know?
What had you hop on with us on the live stream today?
Oh my God, I saw the advertisement for Beto and I immediately jumped on. I have been like, when Zumba first came out back in 2000, I was on up late at night going, what is this? Because it was about dancing and it was about, different cultures of dancing. And I was always fascinated with salsa, merengue, bachata, and all the other dances, and seeing like him performing in a way and teaching you the dances to actually like lose weight and get active. I was like, yeah. So I still have my original Zumba like VHS tapes. And
wow.
I remember like there was a 15-minute one, and then there was like a 45-minute one, and then there was a longer one. And they were perfect because it was just dancing. And I remember taking those dances to the clubs because, I was like, wait, you guys, he really was teaching me salsa dancing. Okay, I can salsa dance now. Because before it was like looking and going, what are they doing? How are they doing that? And then actually learning to do it. So no way was I passing this up. And I woke up this morning going, am I going to join? Am I going to do that whole thing that I normally do? I say yes and then flake out later. And I just remember that I just unconsciously started getting my apartment ready for this call. Like I started vacuuming, making sure I had my water, I started putting on workout clothes, and it was just like, wait, okay, I'm doing this call. Okay, we're doing this.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, that's so awesome.
And I wanted to give a shout out real quick because we have somebody tuning in on the Facebook group. Hi, person tuning in on the Facebook group. Go ahead and connect to Restream so that we can see who you are, so we can give you a shout out, and so that you can be an active part of this conversation.
Yay!
So,
join us.
Yay! All right, India, go for it.
Okay, awesome. Well, Kim, I'm so excited that you're here because I'm going to give, as I usually do, a little history of Zumba, history on its founder, Alberto Perez. And then afterwards, we're going to actually do a little bit of a Zumba. I didn't find a video with Beto in it, but I did find a Zumba video that I enjoyed. We're going to do a little bit of it. Then we're going to sit down, do our criteria, and then ask you about, your experience with it as someone who actually has like done it as a consumer. It's so cool. We don't often have a real life like consumer of the product that we're reacting to. So it's so cool. All right, so let's get into the history of it. So Alberto Perez, do you know anything about him, Kim?
Oh my God, it's been so. I feel like, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna do it. It's like
Awesome.
I'm not.
Well, we're gonna learn about him together then. All right, so Alberto Perez, he was born to a single mother in 1970 in Colombia. And he says he fell in love with dancing at age 8 after watching the movie Grease. That was his inspiration. And he had no money for lessons, but he lived and grew up in the city of Cali. And Cali is known in Colombia as the salsa capital of the world and is considered one of the best places to learn how to dance in Colombia. So he was kind of in the prime, perfect place to do it. So in the spare time that he had between working 3 jobs as a teenager, he practiced and practiced and practiced. And in 1989, he won a national dance competition. And that caught the attention of the Maria Sanford Brazilian Dance Academy, which is considered one of Cali's top dance schools. And what they did is they offered him the chance to study dance and supplement his fees by teaching a step aerobics class. And so the next part of this little story is now like famous in the Zumba circle. It's like legend. So Perez describes it. He says, "One day I arrived to teach a class and I realized I'd left my regular aerobics music at home. I looked in my bag, took out some salsa and merengue tapes, popped them into the sound system, and taught the first ever Zumba class." And so instead of the rigidity of the step aerobics, he had to improvise, and he was mixing dance steps with the aerobic steps so that it could fit the music he was playing. So that was the birth of Zumba, but at the time it wasn't called Zumba. It was just a dance fusion class that combined aerobic.
Oh my God, India, let me pause you for a second. I have Eugene Mitchell saying hi to us from LinkedIn. Hi, Eugene Mitchell. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello. Welcome,
Yay.
welcome, welcome.
Are you gonna join us for Zumba, Eugene? Or are you just
join us, Zumba?
Really quick.
Join in, Eugene.
Yes. Okay.
Sweet.
Go ahead.
Okay, so no, that's awesome. Interrupt me all the time. So it was simply a fusion class that combined aerobic fitness and various lap moves to the sounds of popular Colombian dance music. That was where it started, but it was quickly growing in popularity. And in 1999, Perez moved to Miami, Florida, and he spent several years just trying to get his new routines promoted in fitness centers, and he was just closed doors every way. No. But finally, in 2001, the William Islands Fitness Center took a chance on promoting his dance routine in a class, and from there, it just blew up. And so this is where that infomercial that you saw, Kim, comes into play. So in 2003, Beto partnered with Alberto Perlman and Alberto Aguillon, so 3 men named Alberto, to produce an infomercial. This is the one that Kim saw. They decided, because they needed to call it something for their infomercial, they called it Zumba. And so Zumba has no specific meaning in Spanish or otherwise. It just vaguely resembles the word rumba. So it's got like a dancey sort of by proxy affiliation. And since that time, Zumba has steadily gained worldwide popularity. So in 2006, Perez established the Zumba Fitness LLC, and it's an organization that sells Zumba videos, it sells products, and it charges licensing fees to instructors. So you can get trained as a Zumba instructor, and it employs more than 200 people. And by recent count, there are approximately 14 million people in 185 countries dancing Zumba. So it is popular. And then this is another interesting thing as I was researching this that I found I wanted to share with you guys. I think it's really cool. So apparently Zumba's popularity has contributed to the general growth in popularity of Latin music. So in a bunch of different cultures, so you've got Latin music growing in popularity in countries and places that it would be like, what? Like you would never think that you'd hear Latin music playing, but because Zumba is so popular, there's been this sort of symbiotic relationship with Latin music. And they're creating new fan bases for Latin artists that normally you wouldn't see having a popularity. So there's Pitbull and Daddy Yankee and Don Omar are ones who are sort of they've had this beginning to have this interesting fusion where Omar has a song called Zumba now, and then Daddy Yankee has a song called Limbo, and he says the word Zumba like 9 times in the song. And so there's just this amazing like symbiotic thing that's happening between the Latin dance world, Zumba, Latin pop music. Like it's really amazing how like the contribution that Zumba has had to the popularizing of Latin dance music. So even here in Germany, we have like salsa classes, like salsa street classes and stuff, like people like groups getting together and like dancing salsa and merengue and stuff. It's really awesome. All right. That's the history. Let's get to the dancing.
Yay.
All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody watching and tuning in, go ahead and stand up.
Now, this lady isn't talking us through. We're gonna just have to follow her.
Yeah. Okay. Let me, where is my video panel so I can see you guys? Okay. Here we go.
Ooh.
Well, my friends, the time has come. Raise a roof and have some fun.
Oh my God, I already love it.
Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on. Everybody sing and everybody
Dude.
dance. Lose yourself in
This is already a different vibe from anything we've done so far.
fiesta forever. Come on and sing along.
Y'all keep dancing. I'm gonna check in on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube, see if anyone else is tuning in. If you are, say hello so we can give you a shout out. I know you may be dancing, but just try. Oh my God.
This is amazing. Oh my God. All right, I might be a convert, Criselda. I'm so into it.
Life is good, wild and sweet.
You guys can hear the music okay, yeah?
Heck yeah.
Good.
Feel it in your heart and feel
These
That's
are
the
like
juice
dance
of
moves that I
Zumba.
do in my kitchen.
Let the music take control. We're going to party, caramba.
Oh my God, I'm so into it. Yes.
Come on and sing along.
Yes.
Party, caramba, fiesta forever. Come on and sing my song all night long. Oh, all night long. All night long. Oh, all night long. Once you get started, you can't sit down. Come join the fun.
There's a lot of hair flipping.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone's dancing their troubled way. Come join the
So into it.
see how we play.
All right, I'm calling it. This is my favorite this month.
I do the hair flip.
Yes. Oh my God. That was just the warm up.
Yes.
We'll do a couple more minutes.
Yes. Okay, I can see why this is like one of the most popular forms of dance fitness. I'm absolutely into it.
More hair flipping.
Yes! If I didn't have on my headphones, I would be hair flipping with the best of them. This is amazing.
Oh, we're dabbing.
Oh my God.
Dab. Dab. Dab.
Oh, we got a buildup happening. Here we go.
Oh no.
Oh. Is it gonna get faster or is it gonna get slower? Ah. I love it. Oh, dabbing again. Okay. Are we done or we keep going?
Just check in. If anybody else tuned in, we can give them a shout out. All right. I think this is good. Oh.
Oh,
One more.
oh,
one more.
shimmy.
One more.
Okay, here we go.
Doing some like kickboxing stuff too.
Yes.
Got some squats.
This is the greatest thing I've ever done.
Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. Good job, everybody. Good job.
Woo! Oh, that was awesome.
Yay.
Oh,
Round of
That was
applause to
awesome.
everybody. Good job.
yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I called it while I was doing it. This is my favorite one of the month.
It is awesome.
I think I like this even better than Richard Simmons, and that's saying something.
Yeah, maybe we should recap for everybody what we've done for the month so far. So let me pull this up.
Okay. I've got it here.
Okay.
All right. So we started with Richard Simmons, my personal hero. And then we did remember in the Richard Simmons one, because Richard Simmons we determined was probably like, if you're just starting to get into aerobic exercise and cardiovascular exercise and you're starting at zero, like having not done it for many, many years or never at all, Richard Simmons is probably the best place to start because he designs it specifically for bodies that are at that lower level of athletic development. So it's the great jumping off point. And when we contrasted him with the other woman, and I'm blanking on her name, but the woman who does aerobic dance fitness, same thing that Richard Simmons does, but as a higher level. So we had those two videos where we did
Jamie
lower level,
Kincaid.
Jamie Kincaid, and then we got into Jamie Kincaid, who I would say like she and Zumba are like there for me, like, oh yes, like amazingness. Then week after that, we got into running, and Griselda was so nice to humor me and my like a love of running to dive into Lloyd Winter. And he is a sprinting coach extraordinaire. He's coached many Olympians. And we tried his method of relaxation. And that was just a great thing for us to have in our back pocket with regards to staying calm and relaxed when exercising to increase results. Then we got into the three biggies. We got into jazzercise, bar, and Zumba. And I would say of those three, my order of like love is now Zumba, bar, jazzercise. I had never.
Sounding bar, like the cardio bar. As part of it.
Yeah, the cardio bar. Exactly. So we did discover that bar actually is more sort of like strength based in many ways. And we didn't know that. We also discovered its amazing sexual history. You got to watch that live stream, Kim.
Yeah,
You will learn
watch the
so
video.
much.
I will watch that one because I didn't know any of that. Thank you.
Yes. If you want to know about the history of bar, it's amazing. So that was our month of cardio. We discovered I did cardio I'd never done before. I discovered things that I'd never done. How about you, Criselda?
I've heard of all of these types of cardio. I mean, even like Bud Winter, or at least like his philosophy around it. But it was great to do cardio live, because I think like if you're just starting out in fitness, these cardio classes are a great way to just like get into it, to be with community. And you don't really have to have a lot of like technique. You just have to like show up and be willing to try it. So for those of you who are like hesitant or kind of like afraid to get into fitness, I would say go find your nearest cardio class at your gym and just like give it a try, because you'll most likely fall in love with one of these kinds of cardio exercises.
Yeah. And you can take, that's so well said. You can take also like these live streams and give yourself the opportunity to try them out, try each one out and see which one you like. Because the cool thing that I've learned is in the time that we've done this, in this month that we were doing this, what I learned about cardio aerobic fitness classes that I kind of knew, but really discovered for myself in this journey, is that each one of these types of class, it's based in let's make this fun. Let's have fitness be a fun, enjoyable, enriching experience for the people who do it. And that I've found that consistently in each of the types of cardio that we've practiced, is that it's based in fun and enjoyment. And that's the thing that's the coolest, like to get.
That's why I love Zumba.
Yes.
And even just doing this right here, for a minute, my brain was like, you are on live stream, girl. You better get these stuff right. And then it was just like, no, I don't think I do walks. I don't think I've sweated like this in a long time. And I loved it. Like just seeing the moves again and the energy and the music was like, this is why I did Zumba in the beginning, because it was fun dancing. So thank you. This was so amazing.
Yes. And that's the beauty of it right there, is when something is founded, in the philosophy of this is first and foremost about fun and enjoying yourself, it translates. It's there. It's like it's in the DNA of these forms of fitness.
Yeah.
And that's so cool that exists and that you're rediscovering it for yourself. Because I know you're going to do it again, which is
oh
awesome.
my God. I'm seriously as you were talking, I was like, I know I can find a Zumba work. I was like, I know I can find the original workouts, because they were so based in Latin dancing. And that was the you 100% saw. You saw the salsa dancing, you saw the merengue, you saw the little bits, and the teaching of it was so essential, because you see people dance, you're like, well, wait, how do they, is it what? And they just flowed through it slowly. And it was like, you slowly learned it and they just turned up real quick. And you were like, oh, wow, I'm doing this. It's
amazing.
Like, I'm dancing. This is great.
And
you don't care. I remember my mom came out and saw me tripping all over myself, trying to do this fast workout. And I didn't care. I did not care, because I was like, I'm having fun literally pouring sweat in your living room as I'm doing this.
Yes.
And it's fun.
Yes, that's so great. Yes, because it's not about getting it right and looking good while you do it. That is just not the basis of it.
Yeah. And the thing I loved was even when he taught it, it was like, if this is too hard for you, like you can bring it down to this while we're doing like, if that whirlwind that we're doing is way too much, tone it down for yourself and you can be here with us still doing it and not feeling left out. Like one thing I will say, I've never heard anybody leave a Zumba going, it was just too hard or like the steps were like too crazy, because everybody was learning and you had like hundreds of people, some of them the most uncoordinated, having a blast.
Yes. Oh, that's so great. Yeah. That's something that we've seen as we've been doing this series this month of cardio fitness, is the grounding in inclusivity. It's very inclusive. These, I would say a little more exclusive and advanced, like we talked about with bar. Bar might be like the higher echelon of that. It takes more sort of skill, but there are even people in bar, like there's a spectrum and a wide range of levels, of difficulty levels. So you can find for any of these, there's such a degree of inclusivity that before these people came out and did this, to sort of wrap up the whole conversation about these pioneers, that inclusivity wasn't really there in health and fitness. It was for people who were already fit, who knew how to do it already. And these people came in and said, hey, you guys want to have fun? You guys want to feel good? Okay, great. And then they created it. And I think that's the testament to why these particular types of dance fitness are as popular as they are, because it really is all inclusive, all levels of fitness appropriate. You can go super advanced, you can be a beginner, and anyone can do it. And it's great. It's just great to do it. So I recommend go out and discover some kind of cardio fitness for yourself. To anybody out there listening, give it a shot. Don't hesitate.
And it's the community part of it. Like I didn't do any of the classes like live. I was like at home, and even at home, like, at that time, I think my daughter was maybe 3, and she would like, you'd see her in the corner, just like,
just doing it too.
Just like, and she's, I'm looking at her and she'd stop. And she's like,
oh, that's great.
But I know people who became Zumba instructors, and
wow,
the community that they have, you could like, they spot people on the street and also just be like Zumba, and it's just like, oh my God. So it's so cool having a community around you that you're all just having fun together and like sweating, and it's not about it's not about looking good. It is all about feeling good in your body, and it's so cool.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Well, I don't think we necessarily, Criselda, what do you think? Do we need to we kind of hit on all the points of criteria?
I think we kind of went over all of them. So, but we can just like briefly, like what are the criteria that we typically go over for people who don't know what we're talking about?
Yeah. Okay. So our criteria whenever we do these is difficulty level. What level of fitness is this exercise appropriate for? Definitely all levels. As Kim said too, it's adjustable. You can have never done it before and get through a class with just making adjustments or doing variations. So I think it's appropriate for all levels of fitness. And even at a higher level of fitness, if you're doing it full out, it can really kick your butt.
Yes, there was so when Beto came out with the tapes, it was a 15-minute one in case you like only had like a short amount of time, get ready right before work, bam. Then there was a 30 to 45-minute one. And then there was the longer intense one where that was when I did it at my mom's house. I was literally dripping sweat all over the floor. And it's maybe about an hour or so. And even though that is like the high intensity one, it was still like they had like the basic instructors were like 1, 2, 3. So you could still do the intense workout. You just adjusted it for yourself. And there was an instructor,
so totally customizable.
Totally customized. And there was a video, and like in it, you had the one person doing like the lower level one, still in sync with everybody else. So, that one I did a couple of times because I was like, yo, this 30, 45-minute one, I know it already. Let me ratchet up a little bit. And that one was like even more fun. And
amazing.
like, like this like mini workout, I was like winded and sweaty. And I'm still like, my body's like, arm. So yeah, I completely recommend this to like anybody. And don't even worry about, I don't know how to salsa. I don't know how to meringue. Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Brilliant. Love it. If that's not a stellar endorsement, I don't know what is. All right. Other elements of our criteria is quality of movement. That's a return to Griselda. What would you say the quality of movement was?
Quality of movement. Well, I think the overarching thing about any of these like cardio group fitness class workouts is these workouts are not meant to emphasize like technique, quality of movement. It's just about getting you to move. And especially for this workout where there wasn't a whole lot of instruction, like tighten your core or like,
Right.
open up your chest. I would say that just the quality of instruction for the movement, it doesn't really exist, but it's not meant to. So it's fine. The quality of movement for these kinds of workouts is meant to not be emphasized. So
Yeah, exactly. I would say like in terms of what we're talking about, or to say it a different way, it goes from, if in the world of going from broad to super specific, this exists in the world of broad, which is great because it means we're talking about inclusivity. It means more people at varying degrees and levels can participate because the quality of movement and instruction is broad based. Okay, cool. And then what kind of development is it good for, i.e. what category of fitness? Cardio, definitely. Really great for cardiovascular endurance, cardiovascular development and growth, getting blood flowing, getting your joints moving, ramping it up, really allowing the whole body to move and sweat and circulate. Yeah. Anything else about that, Griselda? No, good. Okay, I think we covered the last criteria as always. What did we enjoy about it? What did we not enjoy about it? I think we said enough about that. Any last words, anybody, about it? I think all three of us are like, go do this. There are no downsides. Awesome. All right. So that completes our month of cardio. How amazing is that? I can't believe we did a whole month of cardio. In June, going into next month, for those of you guys who are following along, we are going to get into the world of flexibility. So that's going to be, it's just so fun. We did strength in April, we did cardio in May, and now we're going to turn to flexibility. And we're going to go into some of my favorite subjects. We're going to go into myofascial stretching. We're going to do animal flow for joint mobility. We're going to take a look and introduce ourselves to like Thomas Hanna and Feldenkrais and just really get into the world of stretching those elastic parts of the body. So I'm super stoked about next month. Yeah. Kim, you better come join us again.
Yes, because that was one thing I have been actually looking for is patience in stretching. I'm the person that's like, do I really need to hold this for 2 minutes? Because I really want to get my workout on.
Awesome. Yeah, you will definitely want to join us for some of these videos because we're going to go into stretching, the why, the what, the where, the how, all of it.
Yay.
Yes. All right. Well, that's it for me. Any last words, Kim, Griselda?
Thank you. Thank you for this. This was fun. And this is my first one, and I will be on more.
Hey.
And just like Kim, anybody who follows us and wants to join us live, you are absolutely welcome to. You can just get in touch with Griselda through any one of those platforms, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Slide up into her DMs. She'll get you set up. She'll get you set up.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you had a great time. I posted the Zumba workout that we did in the comment section, whether you're tuning in from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you'll find it there. And yeah, we'll see you all next week for flexibility. Bye, everybody.
Bye.